This session was recorded live on Facebook.
Okay. The next several questions are all closely related, and they're all about near-death experiences, which are commonly referred to as NDEs. Is the person aware during the final transition as they are in an NDE? And the answer is usually. Every experience is different. Every transition is different. And this is where the soul condition and the beliefs of the person come into play. Also depends on the condition of the mortal body. So, for example, if a person suffered from dementia for a long time, or if they were in a coma for a long time before their final transition, some of the transition time might be a little bit murky. Some souls report through coming back through mediums, some souls report that they went to sleep for a time. Some souls transition without the slightest hitch or hiccup in their conscious awareness. They transition fully consciously, and there's not even a blip on the radar. And I think there are in-between states. It really kind of depends on whether your passing was peaceful or violent, sudden or expected, as well as your soul condition and so on. But do know that you are who you are, which is actually another question related. Will I be a changed person after the transition? And the answer is no. Your life is a continuation from the here to the hereafter indefinitely. It's one life. You are who you are where you are on this journey. Your journey begins here in the mortal experience. It continues in the spirit form. Same. The next question. Is what happens in an NDE a replica of the death transition? No, I can tell you that unequivocally. Why? Because question 3, is there a silver cord and filaments that must be severed? Well, I don't know about filaments, and I'm not sure what that is, but there is a silver cord, we're taught, in the messages, and many have known about this. And until or unless that cord is permanently severed, you're not dead, you haven't dropped the mortal coil. And conversely, once that cord is severed, you will never come back into a mortal experience again. The near-death experience is a real experience. It is a soul experience. It is a vital experience. But it's not the same as your final transition. The near-death experience is expressly tailored for your soul in that moment to give you a pretty significant reset on your trajectory. Okay, near-death experiences are meant to give you a big boost in the right direction. But what your actual transition into spirit is going to be will depend on your soul condition and your beliefs, primarily your soul condition, at the time of your crossing. And the reason I say, and your beliefs too, is because there are some beliefs that deeply impact your transitional experience. And that brings me to the next question, which is, do people go into a soul sleep as the Bible suggests? If you believe deeply in the dogma that you're going to go into a sleep and you're going to sleep until the judgment day, and that's really and truly what you believe, That can be your experience, with one caveat. There is no the judgment day. Life is continuous in the here and the hereafter. Judgment is actually just a fulfilling of the laws, and that's always happening. It's happening right now. It's happening in every moment. The laws are automatic. They're always in play. Cause and effect, and cause and effect, and cause and effect. And they are God's laws always in play, very different from the rules of humankind, which are all about dominance and control. God isn't about dominance or control at all, but he's got laws in play, and if you're in harmony with those laws, things go well, and if you're out of harmony with those laws, things don't go well, and that's only to try to get you back into harmony. So anyway, if you have this firm belief, what's going to happen is you are going to be as if you were dead or as if you were asleep, and it could be for hundreds of years before your soul eventually starts to wake up on its own and wonder, hey, is it judgment day yet? Is it judgment day yet? Is it judgment day yet? And once, you start reaching out and seeking out, then that's opening up a little bit of a crevice for God's light to shine in and maybe start tapping on you. Just know that no soul is ever abandoned. You are always under the watchful care of God's love. And that includes spirits and angels, loving spirits and angels, and helpful spirits. And if you're in a darkened condition, I promise you there's a spirit who was in your position recently and has managed to come up just a little bit higher, and now they want to help you, because that's how they get even higher. Especially on the natural love path, we improve our conditions by helping the conditions of others. So there are always spirits ready, willing, able, eager to help us. And of course, God's love is always, always available, and he's always eager to give us his love and help us into that next step. So you don't want to have that firm belief. You don't want to waste any time being just kind of in the dark. If you don't need to, you can progress on the other side. But for spirits who have that belief, it can be very hard. They can be potentially unaware of those souls who are right there, hovering, ready, willing, and able to help.